Joining us right now to talk more about that is Fox News senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. Judge, good to see you.
You said to talk about that. You're not talking about the First Lady's jacket.
Your thoughts on the ruling to reunite separated migrant families?
Well, I agree with the ruling. I think the separation of the children was horrific, and it's tantamount to child abuse or even kidnapping, because some of the children here are in New York and the parents are in Texas, and I'm happy that it's coming to an end. I realize this is not novel with the Trump administration, but it came to our collective conscience at this moment in time, and I'm glad that it is ended.
Why? Why is that? Because he said zero tolerance. Why did it come into our consciousness now when we know that it has been going on for so long?
Well, because the people that bring these things to our collective conscience are looking for ways to make the Trump administration look excessive. Combine that to the zero tolerance, the literal way in which zero tolerance had been interpreted. The DHS people believing that they had no discretion whatsoever, even in the case of hardship, even in the case of babies, to keep children together. I mean, in my view, the federal officials subjected themselves to state prosecution for kidnapping and for child abuse. So I'm glad this is ending.
Yeah.
So now, Judge, do we put this behind us? Are there more appeals, or will we? Is this the last we heard of it? And obviously, I want families to stay together regardless.
Well, if the DOJ appeals this decision, which I just read this morning for you, is a very, very reasoned, long opinion, taking into account arguments on both sides, the interests of the government as well as the interests of the parents and the babies. If the DOJ appeals this, we're going to be back with the Trump administration shoveling against the tide of bad PR. But that's a decision for Jeff Sessions. Ultimately, it's a decision for the president.
Just one thing I want to point out. People would have known how SCOTUS was going to rule on the president's travel ban, the third one in particular, if they'd been watching you and listening to you all of this time, because you called it, that this is ultimately the discretion and the power of the presidency.
The court made it clear a couple of things. We are not going to say this is wise. We're not going to say it's prudent. Right. We're not going to say it's efficient. That's not our job. Our job is to say whether or not under the Constitution and under federal law the president can do this. The dissenters say, wait a minute, look at what he said about it. This was animated by animus against Muslims.
During the campaign.
Correct.
Right.
If the government,
and after,
right,
an intent might matter, right?
Right. If the government makes a decision based upon religious hostility, the standard for the government is a very high bar over which this executive order can't jump. The majority says, wait a minute, there will be no end to where we go if we look at everything politicians have said, so we're just going to look at the four corners of the document. Justice Sotomayor, a friend of mine, wrote one of the most ferocious, I choose the word carefully, dissents I have ever seen, comparing the effect of this decision to FDR's incarceration of Japanese Americans against their will.
Except for the fact that we also need to point out that North Korea and Venezuela were two of the 8 countries in this travel ban. So to argue that it's a Muslim ban is a preposterous.
Well, and some people think the administration just added those countries to make the legal argument.
Well, it stands.
Well, whatever it is, look, it stands. But here's the thing. This is a preliminary ruling before trial.
Right.
Wait a minute. There's still going to be a trial? Yes.
Yeah.
At the trial, the people who want to get in the country can't say the ban is unconstitutional because the Supreme Court has ruled. They can say it doesn't apply to me. Example, I'm a professor. I've already been paid to give this lecture. My students are sitting there waiting for me. I'm not a danger. I'm an asset. They'll have an opportunity to prove that to a court, and a federal judge will call it. How many of those cases will there be, Maria? Hundreds.
Wow.
At every major entry point in the United States.
How about today? Big docket on the big case on the docket. Justice is expected to rule this week on the forced union fees case, Judge. The case centering around an Illinois law requiring non-members to pay fees that go to collective bargaining. This case could impact the public sector unions across the country.
Yes, I'm smiling because one of my dearest friends in the building is seated right next to me, and I don't think she's going to be happy at 10:30 this morning.
Another day of unhappiness from the court.
I expect another 5-4 ruling, and this one will be based on freedom of speech and freedom of association. What do I mean? They're both guaranteed in the First Amendment. So freedom of association means the government can't stop me from associating with you, Dagan, thank God. It also can't force you to associate with me. extrapolate. It can't force, the states can't force people to join unions against their will. That's what I believe the majority ruling will be. This will be catastrophic for the public sector labor unions because they have thrived on compulsory membership. Without compulsory membership, they're going to have to offer things to their potential members to draw them in voluntarily.
Well, even the unions today, if you're not part of the union, if you do something that they think they should get fees for, they send you an invoice.
Correct. Correct. Their theory is you're not a part of you're a part of the union, but you're not paying us your full dues because you don't like the way we spend your dollars politically. You can deduct from your dues to a public sector union a prorated portion.
But if you associate with anybody who is in the union, then you have to pay.
Well, think of it this way. The union negotiates for everybody. In the state of New Jersey, I was a judge. There was no labor union, but everybody that worked for us was in a union. So they had collective bargaining. If you refused to join the union, you still got the benefits of the collective bargaining, and they would send you a bill. Now, do you pay the bill? Does the state deduct from your salary even if you don't pay the bill? These are issues that will go away if you don't have to join.